football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Come on. Double tight. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Hey, 17 George.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Come on now.
Newton on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter. and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 1st and 10, Knight. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the guy's man. Complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
We got three. All right, now, look at 56.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Knight. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, Knight. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
On the ball. 20. Gun.
To throw on second down is Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
I know you felt that one. Here we go.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
20.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you?
I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Boys, tight end to the right. Move. Hey, we got Green. Gun. Green.
From the gun, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Here we go. Express! Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. Got four down. Gun. Express!
Now Newton on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Let's go. 3 down. 20.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw on second down. Knight. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Knight. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82.
To throw again. Knight. Throwing deep for Galladay. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Knight. And that is incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. 4 down. Alert. Switch.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. Oh, now he bowls him over. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got three. Three down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
20. Great.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And an alley to run. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
On first down, Doolin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard.
To throw on second down, Knight. And to the left side here, Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy catch.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, boys, we got four. 4 down.
Off the play fake, Knight. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Knight going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Check 52. Let's rock now. Check 15. Check hey.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Looking here for Smith down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They give them a gain of 38. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Detroit!
Now again, this is Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Flush to his right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's rock now. 52 to 5, boys. 52. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. 8.
On second down, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Come on. Got three down. Gun. Watch twist.
On first and 10, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
20.
Newton on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Here I come.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Gun.
Again, Newton. Being chased out left. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On the ball. Strong right. 3 down.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
There you go. Come on now. Let's go. Switch.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey. You got 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
51 to fight, boys. 51.
Leopard.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And Abdullah lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Green. Gun.
53. Check 53.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On the ball. Hey!
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down again. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gano's kick is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Fights off the defender, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Right there, 54.
Gun. Green.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On the ball.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Gun.
From the gun, Newton. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Here we go now. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. 19. Leopard.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw on second down. Knight. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Julius Peppers in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch him now, Barney.
Operating from the gun. Knight. And he's got room. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
3 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit. Gun.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Knight. Now he'll let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. On the move to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go.
Watch right. Watch right. Watch right.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he slides to avoid the hit. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On the ball. Great.
Back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Express. 20.
Check.
Now Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Newton takes it himself, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with time running out, and the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Forced out to his left. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Just clocked it, but the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that draws them level. It's 23-23. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the Panthers coming out now, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's McCaffrey, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Escaping the pressure. The ball comes out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here we go.
Single receiver.
Hey, Grace. Hey.
First throw in overtime for Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear The silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
On first down, it's Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Hey. You got three. Do something. 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Now a first throw here in overtime. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And some room to roam now. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Throwing on first down. Knight. He's going to let one fly, and it's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. On 1st and 10, Knight. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Knight looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw on third down, Knight. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Detroit, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my I ain't switching